Hello, welcome to Outlier. Let's take a look at some of the rules about scammers, okay? I want you to be very careful about any scammers. No one you talk to is really going to be working at Outlier because Outlier doesn't really reach out to anybody. What happens is they hire contractors. They have about 200,000 contractors, and so you have to be careful that anything outside of the Outlier platform does not become a valid forum for communication about Outlier. We meet if you know each other, like if you have a chain of trust, then you can start to understand that people know each other about Outlier. But essentially, if the chain of trust is broken, you can't really rely on anything you're getting. Okay? Um, and so essentially, just understand this is not exactly a chain of trust. We're not in a chain of trust together, except that we've known each other or have done something relevant about each other. Okay, so at any time, you need to be very careful. So first of all, a lot of personnel will never ask you for your login. They won't ask you for your private information, including your email, because they're not going to write you about emails. They're not asking for everything. Everything you do at Outlier, you have to do it. Okay, if you don't establish the chain of communication, they're not finding you. So they will write you if you've established those chains of that kind of chain of communication. You can respond to forum content, but everything is internal. So if it's not connected clearly for you that you've established this chain of communication and you have done something to trigger this communication, then you shouldn't suppose somebody's trying to find you for anything you haven't been doing. So don't trust emails that come from other emails in Outlier, okay? Because people will make fake emails. So be careful about fake Outlier emails, okay? So also never share any passcodes or anything. That's more than just getting into Outlier. There's also other features once you get an Outlier. Be careful with your details. Watch out for attempts to collect any personal information. People will contact you on LinkedIn. They'll ask you for insider information. Just show me some photos, show me around. That's quite common. So, any good company will result in a kind of an attack on its employees. So you work at a good company, therefore people will try to find you at your work in details and then try to find out what's going on inside the company. That's quite normal on a global scale. If you work for any global company, that happens quite quickly. So once you get into Outlier, you have to realize to pay attention to the forums and learn who you are in the forum and who others are in the forum. Okay, so that is stay safe from scammers and Outlier. Take care.